The other path Democrats can take, full-blown communism. Far-left allies of Zohran the Destroyer want to primary Hakeem Jeffries and other New York City Democrats. But James Carville's lurking in the shadows, trying to save his party from the commie takeover.
This fact that he won't denounce the global, come on,
That's a
man,
concern.
just get it out your mouth. Well, he's been given every opportunity to walk it back. So I am quite befuddled by it. It is troubling.
Dude, I need sunglasses to watch Carville.
Maybe you should walk toward that light.
How's Gavin doing down there in South Carolina, Greg?
Well, number one, you said the Democrats are a dumpster fire. They are not, because at least a dumpster fire produces heat. They do not. The problem with the Democrats right now is the hoax apparatus is broken. In the days you could rely on a big hoax, collusion or the fine people hoax or drinking bleach, and the media would do their work for you, right? But now, the ratings for CNN and MSNBC, they're lower than Jasmine Crockett's SAT scores. Their credibility is on par with Smollett. So the Dems almost have to do their own work now. They actually have to use what's called their brains, because their friends aren't fighting their battles anymore. The Democrats are like they're a weak loudmouth at the bar who realized all of his buddies have left after he picked a fight with a bunch of bikers. They don't know what to do. They can't think of anything. The Herald's party is in a hole so deep they could shake hands with President Xi. You can go down there, and it's a failed political institution. So it's no wonder that they think violence is an option. And Gavin, this trans thing is hilarious. 1 minute he's pro-woman, the next he's selling him down the river. He's actually trans. And what is this trans community that he keeps talking about? Show me your trans community. Oh, you're going to show me some kids? That's a lie, and it's illegal now. You're going to show me activists, your loudest voices? Those are cosplaying male fetishists. So for but just a tiny fraction, what he says is a trans community is not real. He's just a coward who can't say that in public.
And we will have Jasmine Crockett's SAT scores on primetime tonight. Tune in. You don't believe me?
No, I'm still laughing about that China joke.
You got to dig a hole to China. Everyone does it.
That's so
Did you
good.
do that on the farm growing up, Dana?
Dig a hole to China?
Yeah.
We tried. Yeah.
How far
It's
did you
totally-
But that's really dry dirt. It's
But
tough.
it makes
It's
sense.
It's hard to dig.
Theoretically, you could.
Dig
right?
a hole to
Yeah.
China?
Yes.
Yeah, under the Pacific.
Yes.
I mean, Elon Musk is working on it right now.
He does. The Boring Company.
That's right. That's such a boring company, though. You never hear anything cool they do. Dana, South Carolina is going to see a lot of Democrats now.
Yeah.
How's Gavin doing there?
So he reminded me of something. Do you remember who was first out of the gate in 2020, in 2019? Who was first out of the gate for Democrats? Anybody? Even Harold?
I don't
In
remember.
2019, the first person out of the gate was
Kamala?
Elizabeth.
It was Kamala.
Kamala, I get it.
Thank
Do I
you.
win a prize?
Okay. And Kamala was like, oh, she was out there. And even President Trump was like,
said nice things about her.
wow,
He did.
she got a
She
good
had a big
crowd.
crowd.
Like, and then what happened? By the end of 2019, before the voting even happened in 2020, she was out. And it kind of reminds me of this because it's a little early and doesn't have big crowds. I know that the Democrats want to have somebody out there to do it, but he's using all the same points and messages that they just lost on in 2024. There is not somebody who is like, I don't like his politics, but like Zohran Mamdani was like, oh, I see a lane and I can get in there because nobody else is doing it. I said that about Hakeem Jeffries. It's like, well, if you're not going to be the one that is leading the party, somebody is going to do it. I just don't necessarily think that it is Gavin Newsom. At one point, he had some fake tears. There was a little bit of a fake accent, a little Southern accent.
I gotta see that.
And it was just a little too thirsty for me.
A little too thirsty. Harold, the Kingmaker, Clyburn, he gave us Joe Biden. Thank you for that, James. And is he going to give us Gavin Newsom now?
I don't know. Step back for one moment. All political parties out of power struggle. And the Democrats are out of power, and we're in that struggling piece right now. When leaders are chosen by political parties during these moments, we should never expect it, because it never is, to be some sort of choreographed ballet. It's always a little back and forth. I think about 2013 and 2021. 2013 was Obama's second term, first year of it. And if you'd have told Republicans that Donald Trump would be your nominee in 2016, people probably would have said there's no way. It was Jeb Bush that was the front runner for a long time, at least the proverbial front runner in the eyes and minds of a lot of people in the press and the donors in the party. In 2021, many people thought that Governor DeSantis, Governor Youngkin, Governor Haley, others would be the candidate that would emerge in 2024. Donald Trump emerged again. He came up with the ideas and agenda. Democrats, if the election were held today, we would lose badly. But we have a couple years here to figure out a message and agenda. I don't fault the guy for going to South Carolina. Well, I'm curious. I'm going to read up on it a little bit more when I leave. What did he say? I think Dana's right. You got to have, and you were, I think, touching on it too, Jess, you got to have a purpose. And the purpose just can't be Trump sucks. Democrats know that, right, in their minds. You've got to come up with ways in which you're going to bring back those disaffected Democrats, union members who voted for him, independents who found him appealing. And I believe, as much as we may have joked a little bit about James Carville, he still has the message in my lifetime that makes the most sense when you're running a successful presidential race. It's the economy, stupid. Get to people's living standards. In one of our home newspapers here in this building, the Wall Street Journal, Jason Riley wrote about how the president's on a great roll. But if he doesn't, and these policies of his do not improve the living standards of everyday working Americans, he too will have a problem in the short term. That's where Democrats need to be.
And Rosanna, you have this communist guy causing problems nationally too, threatening Hakeem, and now everybody has to answer for this guy. How big of a problem is he going to be?
It's a big problem. First of all, I don't know if you saw the latest statistics. Zohran Mamdani brought out the largest amount of voters in New York primary history, over 565,000 voters. And then the other issue is that the Democratic Party, look, they have an identity crisis. And Greg, you're being hard on Gavin Newsom. Give him a break. He's at least a centrist. We're dealing with Zohran Mamdani, who is the working party's, right, socialist arm of the Democratic Party, and they're taking over. They're very well organized. They're not going anywhere. They have a digital platform. They have grassroots armies. There's strong ties with labor. Watch them, because I know when I called Andrew Cuomo's campaign and said, what is going on? Where is your message? And they told me, and I asked them, I go, what's going on with the Democratic Party? I don't hear anything. All I hear is Working Families Party. Someone in his office said to me, there is no more Democratic Party. It's the Socialist Party.
I can't tell the difference between Zohran and Gavin. Is there an issue that they differentiate on?
I'm going to ask Gavin when I interview him about the government-run grocery stores.
It's definitely not on trans. It's not on taxes. It's not on immigration. They're exactly the same.
He might not hate the Jews as much.
Yes.
Right.
There you go.
That's a big one, I might add.
That's a big one. Yeah.
Up next, consequences could be coming for deep state darlings Comey and Brennan. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.